crooked hat.
Nice.
I know, it was pretty.
That's
hey,
nice.
hey, guess what? We're live.
Hi.
Our computer got jacked. Weird.
Oh, it's wonky.
It's a Wonka jack.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, if there's anybody out there. Oh, we have
Is
3
there
people.
anybody out there?
This is going to be a good one. It's going to be lively.
Is it?
I think so, because I have a Bahama Mama.
Oh,
See,
you
cherry.
do. Bahama. And it is a very nice Bahama Mama, by the way. You did a very nice job with that. So, hello, everyone. I'm Kelly, if you have not been here before. And who are you, sir?
I'm the guy that's next to Kelly. I'm Bob.
Bonjour, Emma and
Bonjour.
John.
Oh, is Emma and John in there?
Yes.
Emma and John in
Well,
the
hello, Miss
house.
Kay. How are you?
Kay
Kay
Willoughby.
Willoughby.
Hi.
Hope you guys are having a good Sunday so far today. Oh, thank you. Oh, you talking about my hair or Bob's hair?
You can't see mine. This hair here is pretty.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to grow it out so I can braid it.
Hello, our friends from Stoke. How are you guys? We just watched your travel day last night, but I haven't commented yet. So,
But we did watch it.
Cheers to you guys.
Yes, we did watch it.
Mm-hmm. That was a very lengthy travel day. I felt your tiredness because we've been there before, haven't we?
Oh, God. Too many times.
Yes.
Okay, I don't like this hat.
Uh-oh. Bob's got to exchange his hat. Please hold. We hope you guys are having a good Sunday so far. It is cold but clear here in Colorado so far. That's the wind report. Darn that Avis car hire. Yeah, it took a while, didn't it?
Which car hire was it?
Oh my, are you serious?
Which
Clark? Are you for real?
Which car hire was it?
Hi, Mr. Mike. Jace's basketball tournament. Are you really going to keep that hat on?
I don't know. Hey, everybody. Who votes keep the hat on?
This is not Alaska cruise chat.
It was cold at points.
Okay, it was.
There was some times where it was kind of frosty.
It was. If you
So-
all right, if you want to keep the hat, keep the hat.
I love my hat.
It keeps your head warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday so far. Bob is drinking a Bahama Mama. You want to show the folks that just came in. That's very pretty
Yes.
and very tasty. Umbrella and all.
My umbrella and all.
Yes. And I have a lovely Bloody Mary today.
My umbrella is like in case it rains.
You should put your umbrella in your hat.
Like this.
Yes. That way it looks more tropical than
There, now I'm like a Canadian holiday. Where's Cindy Ellicott when you need her?
I know.
Cindy, I need your help here so you can help me tell me the right way to wear this hat.
Yeah. There you go. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about our lovely cruise on the Disney Wish.
Massachusetts. Oh, a nor'easter tonight through. Wow.
Wow.
We get those on occasion too here in Colorado, but
So you want my hat?
I guess Kay needs the hat.
The hat is very warm.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just returned. We've been home, 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
From our Disney Wish cruise. We thought that we would talk about the Disney Wish since it is a bit different than the other Disney cruise ships we've been on. And Angus is being needy pants.
A whole new class of Disney ship.
Hi, Angus. Angus wanted to say hi. Yeah, it's a bit different. We have been on every Disney cruise ship except for the Fantasy so far. So, we thought we'd talk about the differences of the cruise ship and then maybe go into some tips, questions that you guys may have. If you're in the chat, if you're new to Disney Cruise Line or just questions about the Wish or anything like that, throw them at us because we're open to answering pretty much anything.
Yeah, we are.
Right?
Hey.
Hey, Crystal and Jim. How are you guys today? So do you want to start? Do you want to start with first impressions of
my
the
first
Wish?
impression of the Disney Wish is it is gorgeous. That ship is so beautiful, shiny and brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk into the grand ballroom is just
I think it's a grand hall.
grand hall,
Yes.
whatever you
Grand
want to call
hall
it.
room.
The grand hall ballroom, whatever that's grand.
It's
You
there.
walk into it instead of calling it the atrium like they usually do. It is beautiful.
Yes, it
and I
is.
love the winding staircase.
Yeah.
And it kind of winds double.
It does. It is kind of a double. The thing that I noticed right off the bat from the Wish, from the other cruise ships we've been on, is the chandelier.
Yes.
Because the chandelier on the Wish, of course, you've seen it, is kind of interactive. It sparkles, and then at night they do the kiss goodnight and stuff like that, which I really thought was cool. And they also have what do they call those little those lights in the ceiling?
LEDs.
LED
rope lights.
that kind of go through and sparkle. I really like that.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that, and I know I'm jumping ahead of the game, but when they do the kiss goodnight, you cannot video the kiss goodnight and do it justice.
No, you
because
really can't.
There is just too much to see, and you cannot capture it all on a video camera.
So the video, if you guys have seen it, the Kiss Goodnight that I posted was the Pirate Night edition of Kiss Goodnight. They have a different Kiss Goodnight that's like Cinderella.
Yeah.
And the clock. I think Kaya got it on a short. I may post it on a short here. But it's Cinderella, the clock, kind of bing bong, and stuff like that. So that was
because it's supposed to start. It goes at the strike of 12.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah.
So it does do the clock striking.
It does.
And the one we did was Pirate so
Night.
There was the whistling from like Peter Pan.
It was Peter Pan and then pirate music,
yeah.
which was really cool because Pirate Night was like red and blue, I think. And then the regular one is just
silver and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, first impressions of the Wish are beautiful. I don't think that the grand
hall room,
the grand hall room is as big as it looks on TV.
No,
it's still pretty big.
It's pretty big,
but it's not as like. It seems like the Dream.
It seems like the Dream
is wider open,
is bigger.
I think. Yeah,
I think it kind of matches with the Magic and the Wonder because their atriums are not that big either.
Right. True, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very gorgeous. And then, of course, we walk in the door and they're passing out little wands with stars on them.
Yeah, which was really cool.
It was cute. And I had to get my girls their wands, all three of them.
I'm not three.
I know,
two. Me and Kai and Roxy.
Yeah, so got it. And it was kind of fun because we had a person who's new to Disney with us, and she was blown away and nauseous because it was a rough sailing.
Blown away and nauseous
at the same time. It was a rough sailing. Believe
it was a rough sailing. The whole 3 days were kind of.
It was kind of rocky rolly,
but
it wasn't that bad.
No.
For people who've sailed before, it wasn't like, I guess it would be more Avatar-ish sometimes, or if you're like writing Avatar.
Yeah.
Because
I suppose.
But. And I've learned that when it is rocky rolly, it's more fun to play around with it, and instead of and don't resist it. It's like don't try to stay straight when it's rocky rolly. Just go with it.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about like right away, like things we liked and things we didn't like about the ship? Bob's rocking and rolling over here.
Yes, let's go. Let's start.
Okay. So tell me something that you did like.
I liked the decor.
Okay.
I liked the theming. I thought everything was themed appropriately.
Yeah. So it was very Cinderella.
But it was like more than just Cinderella. It was a lot of princesses.
Right. Yeah.
You had Tiana in the Bayou. You had all these different places that were just themed, and they were themed really good. And my favorite thing above all was in the Grand Hall was how they had the different stages of the ship build on display, like from planning to modeling to, facts about how big Rapunzel is on the back.
Hi, April.
And
yeah, we're going to get to that in just a second.
Yeah, we will.
Because we did find one.
We did. Yeah. And we hung out there a lot. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, how they used the stuff that they.
It was down near 1923.
Yeah, well, it was on
the Grand Hall.
That's where the Grand Hall. 1923. Their best restaurant on the ships is always on when you walk in. It's always in the Grand Atrium, the Grand Hall, whatever. So 1923, Walt and Roy were on that deck, but. It's just like the window displays. Everything they had was
kind of the making of the ship. There's a new show on Disney Plus. It's the making of the Wish.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's worth watching if you're interested. One of the guys on that show has it almost looks like a Jenga model.
Yeah, he built the block.
It's a block. It's a wooden block ship. And as the ship got built, he put the pieces of the block together. That model is actually on the Wish.
Yeah, and that's how that they built the Wish. They built it in pieces like that and then put it together.
Yeah.
So the block model was just to make it to where they knew how to put which piece where.
And I think after we watched that show, I think we had a better appreciation of the ship and kind of understood a little bit more of what happened, because we do think there are some weird, funky designs of the ship compared to the other ships we've been on.
Yes.
We may have some theories as to why. But anyway, so that's what you liked. One thing that you liked.
Yeah, I love the theming. I love the theming. Did you want anything else? You want me to keep going, or
do you want to talk about one thing you didn't like? Balance that like out with the not like.
Okay, what I didn't like was how some spaces seemed like they were just an afterthought. It was like, well, we got this room.
What are we going to do with it?
What can we do with it?
Yeah.
And it seemed not to fit.
True.
Because you know how Disney likes to put things together and make them fit.
It was kind of like a puzzle almost.
Yeah.
So
it was like it just seemed it wasn't homey and welcoming.
It didn't it wasn't like flowy.
And it didn't flow right. And it was just kind of like, oh, well, we got all this extra stuff. Let's throw it in there.
Yeah. And one thing that I didn't really care for was the adult area, the Cove Bar, the Cove Cafe.
No, I didn't like that either.
It was like way back. Was it in the front or the back?
No, it was in the back of the ship.
In the way back of the ship. And you could only get to it like
one way.
One side.
You couldn't get to it from both sides.
So then when you left, you're like, okay, we can leave the other side. You had to come and go on the same side. And it was like I kind of understand why they did that, because they wanted it to be quiet and they wanted it to be private and they wanted to keep the families, with small kids from trying to sneak in there and whatnot. But it was just odd. It took a long time to get back there and it was narrow and it was just kind of like, I don't know, for us, I don't think you saw the Cove, Kaya.
No, because it was in the adult section.
Yeah, it was in the adult section. Yeah, it was what deck was it on? Like
it was
12?
on deck 11.
11, 12, something like that.
Deck 11.
Yeah, way back in the
13.
very back.
It might have been on 13.
But
I think it was on 13.
Yeah, kind of narrow and.
Yeah, it was narrow. There wasn't much space. It was like you walked in. It was you started the entrance was by the Aquamouse.
Right.
It was on the same area as the Aquamouse. So you went to the right. If you go up to that deck, you go to the right, you're to the Aquamouse. You go straight, you're in the adult area.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah and Steven.
So it's like, it just kind of like was like a passageway that was maybe 6 feet wide.
Yeah.
And it walked all the way down to the back. And that's where they had like chairs lined up for seating, loungers. So there really was only room for one set of loungers, and facing out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the coffee shop area was nice, the Cove Cafe coffee place, but it was, kind of small.
It was kind of small, and it was, and they were more booze focused than coffee focused.
There were.
Yeah, and I kind of liked having the way the Cove is on the other ships, because it's really nice place to sit around and lounge. There wasn't much seating there. You had to sit outside, or there was like probably 6 tables. That was it.
Right.
Inside the Cove Bar.
Right.
So if there were days were taken, you had to sit outside. And just so happened while we were there, it was windy and rainy. So you didn't want to sit outside.
Right.
Yeah. And it had a very small adult pool. It was an infinity pool.
It was an infinity pool, which was cool.
But it was small.
You could probably only get like 8 to 10 people.
Yeah.
I think in the pool.
Yeah. So,
we never even saw anybody in that pool.
No, we never saw anybody in that pool.
It was rainy and cold.
Because like I said, it was rainy and cold. Yes.
So I'm going to go back and answer Tom and Paul's question. Favorite hangout on board? The place we ended up hanging out the most was the Keg and Compass.
Keg and Compass.
Keg and Compass is kind of a Norwegian themed pub.
I would say nautical,
but it had
with a Norwegian flair
to it. Yeah. So it was nice and big. They had comfy chairs.
Yes. Lots of seating.
The crew members that worked in there were amazing.
They were so friendly, and they just right off the bat.
So super comfortable.
It
had porthole windows, like this, so you could look outside.
We never actually sat on that side on the bar. We sat on the side without the portholes. We never sat on the bar.
Yeah, we faced out towards the nautical, but yes.
nautical but nice. Yeah.
If you've ever been on the Magic and you've been into O'Gill's, it was kind of like it felt like an O'Gill's.
Yes, it felt like a Norwegian O'Gill's.
Yes. Kaya's favorite was the Vibe. Yeah, you guys hung out in the Vibe a lot.
Well, because it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things you want to know. Another thing that I liked about this ship was how the sports area was.
Oh, yeah.
The sports area was indoors. The basketball, it had,
air hockey,
ping pong, foosball,
basketball.
It had cornhole.
Yeah.
I hate that name, but that's what they call it. It had cornhole, and it was right next to the Vibe. So the kids that were in the Vibe, because in case you don't know, Vibe is like what, ages 14 through 17?
Yes.
So
I didn't even know you played ping pong, Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally the sports deck on the cruise ships is up on the 12th deck or 13th.
Yeah, and it's outside.
Very top outdoors, and it's windy as all get out up there. They do have
they have netted basketball.
But this one was completely inside.
Completely inside.
And I thought it was
two or three decks high.
They had a water bottle filler in there that you could fill up your water bottle.
Yep.
I think they had like 6 or 8 foosball tables.
Right.
Ping pong.
Lots of places to sit.
Yeah.
Hang out.
So it was really cool.
Yeah, the sports deck was like amazing. The sports zone, what do they call it? The Hero Zone. Hero Zone on the Wish. Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's probably one of the best changes I think they made. They had air hockey too.
Yeah.
One of the best changes I think they made on this ship was putting those sports, indoors.
Right.
I thought it was awesome. Yeah. So,
but the Vibe was kind of
the Vibe was right across.
But it was connected to it. But it was smaller than the Vibes on the other ships, because usually the Vibe is in the front of and it's usually kind of like 2 stories.
Yeah, and a lot of times the Vibe has an outdoor area on the other ships. This one didn't.
This one did not. Yeah, because the Vibe on the other ship, like the Dream, it actually has its own pool.
Right.
And sun deck and everything. This one did not. And that didn't. I don't think they had, because I know the Vibe on the Dream has a soda fountain.
I think so.
And this one didn't. It had kind of a bar where you could sit and plug in your devices.
Kaya, did you miss having an outdoor area on the Vibe? Probably not, because the weather was bad.
Yeah, because you didn't really do the Vibe when we were on the other one either.
But her and Roxy spent a lot of time.
They did, and they had crafts and stuff. They had a really great cast member that they just loved. Who's that name, Kaya, of the person that you loved that was in the Vibe that helped y'all with everything? Mm-hmm. Anyway, they had a really great cast member. They were making like friendship bracelets.
First year in the Vibe, so
okay. They were making bracelets. Kaya came home, ordered all this stuff so she could make bracelets at home now. She's like a friendship bracelet fanatic.
Oh, I don't remember her name. She was from Spain or something like that, wasn't she?
Yeah, that was like a Melanie or
I can't
Margaret
remember. I don't know. Doesn't
Marge
matter.
Hair.
It doesn't matter.
No.
So one other thing that's a little bit different on the Wish than on the other cruise ships is there is no animator's palette. We have looked at the cruise in the past, so I'm not sure if the DVC. I'm going to tell you that no. No. Probably because we have never used. Hey, Wonderful World of Walter. They live in Denver. Did you know?
Oh, good afternoon, and hope your weather's better than ours. Well, we got sunshine, but it's cold.
It's not bad down here. We have looked into points. For cruise line using our DVC points, and it is not a good value for points.
Mm-mm.
I would rather save my points and get like a 1 or 2 bedroom.
Yeah, I'd rather use it on property than
on property.
That. Yeah, because wow, it's like triple.
Yeah, it is very a little cloudy. Yeah, it's a little cloudy up here too, but at least it's not so windy. It's
no joke, guys. If you guys had wind up there in Denver, because man, ours is whoa.
Yeah. That's what we're at with it. Okay, yeah. Hi, Jody. How are you?
Hi, Jody.
Sorry, I hadn't have a.
Yeah, so she's got to down it with some tomato juice.
Mm-hmm. Spicy tomato juice.
The Bloody Mary.
Where was I getting? Rent out your DVC points. Yes, exactly. Rent out your DVC points. If you have extra points that you're not going to use, rent them out. Pay for the cruise.
That's a better value.
Yeah, definitely a better value.
Yeah.
Just curious, besides us, do you guys have DVC World of Walter also? I couldn't remember if you did. Anybody else besides us and Mickey Scousers, DBC members in the chat? Oh,
Yes.
at the Poly. So
we own the Poly.
Yeah, that's our home resort too.
Okay.
We own at the Poly and at the Beach Club, but we've never been able to use our points at the Beach Club, which is weird.
No, we haven't, because every time we tried it, it's always been full. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But we never tried it 11 months either, which we should.
No, we haven't.
Because we're not, I don't know.
Not that organized.
I don't really, I like using my Beach Club points for where I need them. I'm not really all that,
We usually use our Beach Club points for 1-bedrooms at Okie West.
Yeah, because I am not that hardcore Beach Club fan. I know it's got the best pool on property, but anyway, we digress. We're talking about the Wish, not the Beach Club.
Yeah, that's true. We tend to get off track a little bit.
No.
What I was saying was this ship does not have an animator's palette. Polygang.
All right, Mickey Scousers, you go.
So instead, they have what's called they have Worlds of Marvel.
Yes.
They have 1923, which is like the steakhouse kind of restaurant, and then they have Arendelle. So let's talk about which one was your favorite.
My favorite was I loved Marvel. I thought Marvel was really good.
Did you like it more for the food or the atmosphere?
Or
just because it was different?
I don't know. I liked Marvel because it was a little different and it was a little smaller, so it was a little more intimate. And then the entertainment was surrounding you.
True.
Because they had TV screens, and it was like you look. It's kind of like, I guess you would say, the animator's palette, because the animated palette is TV screens and they show animations and stuff like this. They show Marvel stuff in there, and it's entertaining. It really is. I thought it was really entertaining.
Yeah.
But it was like you weren't, because I'm going to tell you this about Arendelle is like if you get sat in a bad spot, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because it's big.
It is big.
Arendelle is big. It takes up like almost the back of the ship.
I think it is the whole back half of
the
ship.
And it's like in the stage is in the middle, the stage is small, and all the entertainment goes on there. And if you're sat away from that, it is not the best.
Because they have a center stage, and they have like the singers and all the people kind of on the center stage. And if we were kind of in the back, we were like in a
kind of alcove kind of thing, because it was
same for Rapunzel's on them. Yeah, exactly. We got a good table at Rapunzel's.
Yeah, we got a table, but it's smaller too, so it's not like you're 100 miles away. I think if they would put TV screens where you could see the entertainment around the outside of the ship, I mean, that would be so much better, because the music was good.
Yeah,
I gotta say, as far as the entertainment. Hi, Melinda.
And Chris, if that's you too.
Anyway, as far as the entertainment in Rapunzel's, I thought it was really good. It's just we couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, they do walk around and kind of talk to you afterwards, but I wanted to see the stage thing too.
Yeah. So World of Walter, sorry about that, says Marvel show would get old if you see it twice. I wonder.
I might.
Yeah.
They may change it up though, because they change up the characters, because Ant-Man and Wasp come through sometimes. We had Spider-Man.
I wonder if the show would be a little bit different if they decided to do longer sailings, like 5 to 7 night sailings. I wonder if they would
change it up a little bit,
because they did that at Animator's Palette.
I didn't notice the motion sickness anywhere
when we were on the on Magic.
On the Magic,
yeah, when we went to Norway, it was different both nights.
Yes.
Same with
well, didn't we have like
Rapunzel's?
Yeah, because Rapunzel was Frozen night, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
it was.
So we had Frozen. Huh? No.
No.
Where was Frozen night?
It was an Animator's Palette.
It was Animated Palette.
We were there
that's
3
why
times.
They changed it up.
We were there 3 times in Animator's. Anyway, Arendelle. Yeah, musicians were amazing.
They were great.
And I liked that they had the little Olaf that kind of came around and talked and told jokes
Olaf
and stuff like that.
Oaken.
Yeah, but our seats were kind of, mid.
Yeah.
The lantern thing, and then the Ruffian's birthday. That's right. Thank you.
Yes.
It's like it all gets kind of
jumbled in your mind
together in my brain.
But it's like I'm really like that Disney likes to try to, mix things up, especially on the longer cruises when they know you're going to repeat restaurants. They do like to they do change it. So it is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
in order, why don't you put your restaurants in order of best to worst?
Best to worst.
Hey, Chris. There you are.
Best to worst.
Happy Sunday.
Because I really, it's kind of a toss up for me between 1923 and.
They said they sat next to the main stage and the characters never came to visit.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Well, I guess that's why they visit further away tables, because you don't really get to see them.
Yeah, because Anna and Christoph came by and they actually stopped. And
so
Elsa kind of did a drive-by.
Elsa did a drive-by waving. Hello.
Yeah.
She must have had a date.
Yeah,
so
she must have had a date.
So who knows?
She was starting to thaw.
She was like going with Oaken, dude. Like Oaken's like, hey, backstage.
Meet me in the back.
Wink,
okay,
wink,
sorry.
Nudge.
Worst to first.
Okay, I was just say, it's a toss up between 1923 and Marvel. I know it just depends. The entertainment and Marvel
for first.
For first,
okay,
yes, for first. I like 1923 for the theming. I liked all the decorations. I like the nostalgia of 1923 because it has stuff. They actually went through their archives and brought out stuff from 1923.
Animation
cells from 1923 onward. I mean, they had mock-ups of movies. They had models. They had, people, porcelain, it's all the stuff. And then they had sections, like there was a Moana section and there was like this section and that section.
Yeah.
It was really, really, to me,
cool.
For an animation buff like me, it was like heaven.
And a nostalgia buff.
Yeah, and it was like heaven. Loved it. I liked the entertainment of Marvel, and I liked how intimate Marvel was.
But like 1923, are you basing that just on decor or food also?
No, I actually think I had the best food at Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
The chicken that needed the sauce.
Yeah, that was at Marvel.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was. We had that chicken schnitzel.
I thought that was Arendelle.
No, we had chicken schnitzel at Marvel, and it was dry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put them all on the same level because it was all. Yeah. We'll go into food later because my favorite food was not even in the restaurants.
Right. True. So Kaya says Marvel Arendelle 1923. I'm gonna go just flip flop a little bit. My favorite, I think, was Arendelle, and then Marvel, and then 1923. But I think a lot of that 1923 coming third was based on the food. I expected it to be better.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the classic.
Is that where we had Chateaubriand? Or what was it?
No, we all had fillets.
Oh, the fillets. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Melinda, the documentary on Making of the Wish. We just watched that this last week. Yeah, and it was really, really interesting. And we kind of changed our thoughts.
We kind of did, yeah.
After watching that cruise, because we kind of came off that cruise with some kind of like, I don't know. And then after watching the movie, we took a different perspective.
A lot of it made sense. It did. After watching the making of it, it made a lot of sense.
1923 based off of service. Yeah. And I think a lot of our opinion of the whole cruise in general was skewed by service.
Yes.
So if the service had been different on our cruise, just for us in particular, we would have had a whole different opinion.
And it started off bad.
It did.
It started off bad. So that set me.
Yeah. So World of Walter says Arendelle 1923 Marvel. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just kind of a night by night thing. Haven't been on a cruise yet. We got to fix that, you guys. You got to go on a cruise. I think if you're like a never been on a cruise before, Disney cruise before person, I think this would be a good place to start though. A 3 or a 4 night cruise.
Yeah, on the Wish.
I mean, because the Dream was the one that used to do this itinerary.
Yeah, and the Dream's the one we started with.
Yeah.
Because we did a 3-night cruise.
Right.
No, we did a 4. Our first one was 4. Yeah.
This was the shortest cruise version. Yes. And because the food is a lot better on Virgin than it is on Disney. It is. I mean, we thought that I'm going to go off topic here again. We thought that the food on Disney Cruise Line was good until we cruised on Virgin.
I know, and then it just kind of blew it out of the water. And then
it blew it out of the water. And then we went back to Disney, and the Disney cruise food is good.
It's good.
It's just not amazing.
Yeah.
Because the Virgin cruise food is amazing.
It is amazing.
So
the Virgin cruise food is like like food I've never had, like in top restaurants ever. I've had some good restaurants, but that Virgin food was
it blew everything out of the water. I mean, it was good. Oh, Virgin, yes.
I know.
We know you guys love your Virgin.
Yeah.
So do we. So yeah, anyway, I don't know where I was going.
It doesn't matter. We were talking about restaurants and we were talking about theming and we're talking about service. We're gonna get to the service last. We're gonna,
you guys are gonna have a blast on the Dream. Oh no, you're a cruise version. That's okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. If you're new to Disney cruising and you're thinking about a Disney cruise, I think that this 3 or 4 night cruise is a good place.
Yeah, but you're gonna be doing the Dream in the Mediterranean, right?
Yeah,
because the Dream's going over to the Mediterranean.
No, Chris and Melinda have never been.
I know, but I'm talking about Tom and Paul.
Yes,
you're doing a Mediterranean cruise on Dream. Yes. This is gonna be amazing. The Dream is my favorite ship.
I would be interested to see. Okay, because we've only been on the Dream once. Twice, yes.
Twice.
If we went back after, and it's been several years, would we still love it?
It's only been like 3 years.
No, we haven't been on the Dream.
Oh, no, it was in 19 we went on the Dream.
It's been 4 or 5 years. Oh, just one stop in Bilbao on a 4-night. Okay. That's still going to be a great cruise.
Yeah, but the Dream, we did a 4-night Dream cruise and it was great.
Yeah.
Love it.
We love the Dream. I think one of the things comparing like the Dream and the Magic and the Wonder floating hotel ship, that's okay. You don't have to go, Melinda. Is the other cruise ships compared to the Wish have all of the like adult areas, the bars and things like that, all in one area?
I have to say, I like the bars on the Dream. I like how it's got the
Skyline Lounge. That's our favorite.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's got bubbles where the champagne one pink. What is it called? Pink.
And
it's got the what is the big one where you do all the bingo and stuff at? What's that one called?
The big one.
And that's where they do silent disco.
Oh, like the D Lounge?
No, it was kind of like the lounge. Emma, what was the name of the lounge we did the silent disco in? Luna?
No, Luna was on the Wish.
On the Wish. But I was not impressed with Luna on the Wish because it just looked like a theater. It didn't look like a club or a lounge.
Can't remember.
Yeah, that's where we did our the safety drill thing was in the Luna Lounge.
Yeah, on the Wish.
On the Wish.
Yeah.
It looked like a theater. It didn't look like.
Yeah, it looked like a theater because it was 2 stories.
Yeah, and it didn't.
Fathoms.
Yeah.
Emma says
fathoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Tom. We can only let Paul loose in one place or the locals complain. I would like to see that in person. We're doing Fantasy this summer and the Dream next spring break. That's awesome. Last time on the Fantasy was 2015. That's the one we still have.
We have not done the Fantasy yet.
It's the Fantasy,
and we want to do the Fantasy.
Yeah, it's just we have trouble.
We have trouble getting
with a 7-night cruise.
Yeah, because they're longer cruises.
Yeah,
if we can find a Fantasy that's 5 or 6 nights, we would probably.
We have trouble with the 7-night itineraries. Regularly,
it's
hard for us to do that.
It's work, it's timing, it's just that kind of stuff. We'll get there.
Yeah. She would think of going on a smaller ship. You guys might want to try when the Wonder sails out of San Diego to Mexico. Because they do 2 nights.
Well, no, the Wonder's going to be going different now. So the Magic's going to be
the Magic's
going to be sailing out of San Diego.
Okay.
Because the Magic's going to go.
Oh, they're on a 6-night. Okay.
Yeah.
On the Fantasy.
Oh, cool. So the Wonder is going to be on the West Coast permanently. It is not coming back to the East. It is staying on the West Coast.
Okay.
The Magic is going to go through the Panama Canal and do the up and down California, Alaska, and Mexico. Yeah. And the Wonder is going to be doing Alaska, and it's going to actually be sailing to Fiji and Australia.
Oh, and Hawaii. That's the one.
So
okay.
So that's
the one. I honestly don't think that Luna was all that inviting.
No,
to tell you the truth,
I don't think so either.
Really closed in.
Yeah,
that's where they did bingo and like the family game show thing. We didn't spend any time in Luna except for Kathleen.
Except for our safety drill.
Yeah, except for our safety drill. We didn't do that. It was just right next to Cake and Compass, so we passed through there.
Yeah.
Kathleen says, "What is there to do in Nassau? Not paying for sightseeing."
Not a lot.
We're going to tell you not a lot.
Yeah, we're going to tell you that Nassau is kind of sketchy, number one, and most people don't get off the ship in Nassau.
Right. The Magic and the Wonder are the two smaller ships. Yeah.
Yes.
We found when we were in Nassau, of course, the weather wasn't great, so we can't really gauge how many people would have gotten off the ship in Nassau, but our ship was packed.
Hardly anybody got
Nassau
off in Nassau.
Day. Like hardly anybody got off on Nassau.
We got off Nassau our first cruise, and we
went to the straw market,
and it frightened Kelly so much. We've never.
I hated it. Yeah, it's because those people, were like, putting necklaces on you and saying now you have to buy it. I am very uncomfortable with that kind of stuff. We walked around a little bit. We did a harbor cruise.
That was nice.
Which was fun.
And it wasn't that expensive either.
It wasn't terrible. But just to walk around Nassau on your own without an excursion booked, I would hesitate to do it.
We won't.
Personally, there is a lot to do on the ship.
Our personal experience is we will not get off at Nassau.
No, if we ever do this itinerary again, we will never get off in Nassau.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go, especially if you have little kids. Nassau can be a little sketch.
I mean, they're trying to clean it up. You can tell because they're doing new construction, all this kind of stuff. But right now, like I said, our personal experience was not pleasant, and we will not get off at Nassau because number one, the only thing that I think would be worth and feel safe doing is going to the Atlantis, which is hella expensive.
Tom and Paul said they took a water taxi. You walk around some of the resort, $10 per person. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. They do have excursions, to go to the water park at the Atlantis, but it is major league expensive. It's like $150.
No, it's more like $275
a person.
Yes.
Okay. You didn't swim. You just walked around. Oh, cruising for the first time in April. That's exciting. Are you going to be on the Wish?
Yeah, that's a good question. Are you going to be on the Wish?
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you're going to be on the Wish, you don't need to get off at Nassau. There's so much to do. They'll be on the Wish.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to get off at Nassau. Just get off at Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay is awesome.
Are you guys doing a 3 or a 4 night, Kathleen? Yeah, there's so much to do on the ship if you don't get off.
And it's so big and you explore it.
Character greets, John's favorite trivia. Do the Aquamouse, which we rode the Aquamouse. Yes. It was raining cats and dogs.
Yes.
But it was still fun.
It was.
3 nights. Okay.
It wasn't fun when we got done because we were sitting on that little boat like
freezing
because it was cold.
Oh, and for those of you that vlog, they didn't let us on.
You can't use a GoPro unless you have it strapped to your wrist.
Unless you have like the handheld thingy or maybe like the harness.
The harness, yeah.
Because they made Bob put his GoPro away because he had like a wrist strap.
Yeah.
But he's like, nope, can't take it on. So we tried to film the Aquamouse for you guys, but
could not.
But it was fun. Mm-hmm. It was really fun.
Kathleen, do you have kids?
We did the Aquamouse on Castaway Cay Day. Kids need issues. Okay, that's okay. No worries. Head harness will okay.
Yeah. With the hand harness, they would have let me do it, but I didn't have
a head harness. Yeah,
I didn't have any of that. So
yeah, it was just a strap.
So
your kids are adults now. Cool.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you can have fun. You can have a blast.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff to do on the Wish.
Yeah.
The one thing that I did not like about the Wish, and this is there was a couple of things, but one of the major things, I'm a big coffee fan. Huge. Love coffee.
You're a Starbucks addict.
I mean, but if it's good coffee, I don't care if it's Starbucks or not. It doesn't matter. I've had good coffee on the Disney ships at the Cove Cafe, but these places that they have now, the coffee places are like on every deck.
Yes.
And there's like it's like water. It's not strong. It has
because we're coffee snobs. I'm sorry.
I love my coffee with some oomph in it.
Yeah.
This is like
you like it to punch you in the face.
This is like drinking brown water. I can get that in Mexico.
But they are nice. So anyway, I do like the fact that they have a little coffee bar.
It is nice but the person that was doing that one, she was mean. She was not friendly at all. And she was like, oh, I was disturbing her from doing her job, which really pissed me off. But anyway, and
Hot
they have
bean water. Yes.
yeah, and they have these iPads.
Yeah.
And it's hard, it's confusing. Because you can pick what kind of how you want your coffee brewed and blah blah blah. Who cares? Just make me some good coffee.
Yeah.
That
was a little confusing. I didn't really care for that either.
No, the iPads didn't work for me.
No. I mean, I like the idea.
But you couldn't order from the iPads.
So
you couldn't order from it. It was the menu.
It was just a menu and it was hard to navigate.
It was very hard to navigate.
We did go into Nightingale's just once.
And I liked it.
It was great. The piano player, there's a but. The piano player was amazing.
Yes.
The songs he played were fantastic.
Were creative.
The drink menu was great.
And the creative, I loved the whole ice, the earth, wind, and fire kind of thing they had going on.
Yeah, the bubbles.
And that was cool.
You can't pick Sailor Strength coffee.
But I want Sailor Strength coffee.
I know.
And it's like if it's on a ship.
I know, like just give me the sludge, please.
But on the other 3 ships with the Cove Cafe, they have that wonderful, cool,
the drip
cold brew drip. That stuff is good.
They didn't have that on this ship.
No, they didn't have that on this ship.
Yeah.
In fact, when she made cold brew, she was just pouring it into a funnel with coffee and it was just dripping right in.
Yeah.
It's not really brewing.
So what were you going to say about Nightingale's? But
Nightingale's was one of those places that I thought was an afterthought because
it was little.
It was tiny. It had little mushroom stools and little mushroom shaped tables that were about this big around, that big around. So you couldn't put anything on there except a drink. So
have you ever gone to your kids' teacher conferences and you have to sit in the kid chairs?
Yes.
That's
what it was like. We were sitting in the kids' chairs and they had 2 booths, but
it was busy when we went in, to be fair. We snagged a little mushroom table. It was the drinks.
The drink was great. I love the drinks.
Yeah.
I had the little ice bubble and I got to break it with a hammer.
Tom can relate.
Give me a freaking hammer anytime with a drink. I'm cool.
I know, that was cool.
Yeah.
I wish that I had to take a meclizine that day because of the rockiness. So I wasn't sure if I was allowed to drink after taking a seasick pill.
I'm thinking that's when you need to drink more.
So I didn't, I didn't want to croak right there in Nightingale's. So I didn't have a drink. I wanted to go back. We just ran out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time. It was because it's only 3-night cruise. You don't really got much time.
Because I probably could have had every drink on that menu and tried it.
Well, the thing is, we spent so much. Well, Nightingale's didn't open until 6 or 7 anyway.
True.
So, I guess that's in the name, Nightingale's. But anyway.
But it's a beautiful bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tiny.
And
so is Hyperspace Lounge.
Hyperspace Lounge, I felt very uncomfortable in
Hyperspace Lounge was really small, very crowded.
Granted, we went in there the day we got on.
We got in there on Embarkation Day, and everybody was like,
and everybody's trying to go. But then it had those freaking iPad menus.
I thought that menu was the best, though, of all of them on the iPads, because you could see all the drinks and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It was just tight and mushroom chairs.
But it seems to me I am also a very boozy snob, too, in case you haven't noticed. If you haven't, check out our other, stuff like our Mixology Mondays, you will see. It's like they were pre-mixed drinks.
See, I kind of felt like they were pre-mixed when we went to the Bayou bar too.
I think so too.
Because my Hurricane, huge Star Wars fan, I tell the people to skip. Okay, interesting.
See, now that says something right there.
We thought the atmosphere was super plain. And they really could have done a lot more. We only went in the day. We didn't go at night. I don't know if it's different at nighttime. But yeah. Also,
but I was saying the drinks, they're pre-mixed, and
probably
any bar that you go to that has pre-mixed drinks, they're going to be on the weak side.
Yeah.
And they're going to be kind of, generic.
Right.
And because I've heard them say that don't go, that's pre-mixed.
Okay.
I've heard them say.
Yeah.
I've actually heard cast members say that they're pre-mixed because you said, "Can I do a call cocktail?" And they're like, "No, all our drinks are pre-mixed."
Okay. I thought we went to the Bayou bar on our first night also. And beautiful and big. It's right in the middle of the ship. It's, fantastic, but I got a Hurricane and I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it was a pre-mix too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watched at the bar. Okay. Good to know. Same No, it's the same at night. Okay, but
Only
louder.
louder.
Okay.
And yes,
I'm
Bayou
glad we
is
didn't go back
pre-mixed.
in.
I
Yeah.
watch. See, yeah,
Okay.
see, and that. See, we know
We
our
know our
drinks are
drinks.
people. We know our drinks. So you gotta talk. You gotta ask us. We will tell you.
I would go back to the Bayou Bar and hang out though.
The Bayou
It
Bar was
pretty.
kind of comfortable, and I'm going to tell you why I liked the bar we liked it the best, and the reason we liked it.
Okay.
The reason I liked it, I don't know about
Keg
Kelly.
and Compass.
But Keg and Compass by far favorite lounge. That's where we hung out like the majority of the time.
They got to. It was like if
it was like where the
Cheers,
servers knew us.
It's like, oh, Bob and Kelly,
it's
you're back.
And that was cool because I liked that when we were on the Magic. When we went to O'Gill's, I had a server that knew exactly what drink I wanted. And as soon as I walked in the door, he asked me, "Same, Mr. Bob?" I'm like, "Yes," and he brought it to me. So anyway, that's the kind of service I love. The Bayou Lounge was great service. The guys, they were very attentive, everything. And the theming is awesome. I love it. It's got the wisteria on the roof, just like if you were in New Orleans.
Fireflies.
It felt like you were in New Orleans. I like that. We had beignets. The beignets were okay, but you know what? If you've never had a beignet in New Orleans, you're probably going to like it a lot. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but it was open. You know. And that kind of
didn't feel claustrophobic.
But it didn't feel like it was comfortable either. Because I didn't think so. I didn't
mind that because you could people watch.
Yeah, but you could people watch, but then you could have people that way. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, the thing I loved about the Keg and Compass was, first off, we went into the Keg and Compass. It was decent size.
Chairs were comfortable.
The chairs were comfortable. It was inviting. It was warm. It was inviting. And the cast members. First cast member we met, Julian, great little guy, little tiny dude from Argentina. Awesome dude. And he asked us about drinks. And Kelly, he goes, "I think you're a sangria person." And Kelly's like, no. And he goes, "I got it. I got you. We're going to get you an Aperol Spritz." Kelly's favorite drink now.
It is. It's my favorite drink.
It's her favorite drink. And she had never had one before. And me, of course, I wanted to try something. I'm not really a big beer person, but I got the mead, or the, what do they call it? The Northern Lights.
This is the one in the horn glass.
Yeah, in the horn glass. It's the Northern Lights. And it's just different. It's beer, it's mead, it's just, a mixture. It's aquavit, which is a Norwegian liqueur. But I was okay. It tasted like just a beer to me.
But you're not a huge big beer.
But I'm not presentation, I'm going to give it
a 12.
Yes,
for presentation.
A 12 out of 10 for presentation. Because when it comes in a horn glass with a
holder
and a leather strap, you're like, we're going to war. This is awesome. My Viking came up. Viking. Anyway, okay, Bahama Mama.
I know. That's your Bahama Mama talking.
Anyway, and then we met Sancho. Sancho was funny because he was from
Jamaica.
No, it was one of the islands, but it wasn't Jamaica.
Trinidad, or I don't know.
Anyway, he was hilarious. And he did the whole Usain Bolt thing, like this. And he says, "I am the king of Barbados," or wherever he's from. He goes, "I am the king." And we're like, okay, dude, you're cool. Anyway, but he was there all the time. "Can I get you anything? Can I bring you this? Can I bring you that?" And
I don't think he was from South Africa.
No, he wasn't from South Africa.
He was
not Sancho.
No. Did you see Tom's horn holder straps and a horn glass?
Yeah, straps and horn glass.
It's probably the most risque drink.
It was. I actually said it on my blog.
Yeah, Bob goes, "Oh, it's got a strap on."
But anyway, and then there was Mari, who was from the same place as Sancho, wasn't she? From
they were from the same.
They were from the same island, whatever. And I asked her.
But I think that's why we ended up hanging out there the most. We'll order two.
Yeah.
I think that's why we hung out there the most, is because they were the best.
They were the best service.
It was where it was comfortable.
Yeah, and I asked for a dirty martini, very dirty, and I'll tell you what, it was one of the best dirty martinis I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And every time I went in there, I got another one, or two, or three.
Are you sure it was South Africa?
It was not South Africa. It was an island. No, it wasn't South Africa.
We're gonna find out.
No, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Because our drink server was from there too.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where we hung out the most.
Yes.
was the Cake and Compass.
Yes.
It was great. The seats were big, comfortable.
We did
Great
trivia
atmosphere.
in there
We
once.
did trivia. We did go
Kelly
up
did
to
crafts in there.
Yeah, we did go up to the Rose.
Ooh.
Once.
I
really wanted to like the Rose because I am bougie, and the Rose is the bougie bar on the boat.
But when you walk into a place and you feel like you're underdressed if you're not wearing a tux.
Well, here's the thing: is when we went up to the Rose, it was very rocky that night, and it's like sideways, so it's like the whole
it's all glass,
which is super cool. If it's a beautiful day, they have the seats placed where you can sit and look outside.
Yes, and it's long.
It's fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It is so big. Gorgeous.
But we went in there. It was quiet. The boat was going like this back and forth. That didn't bother me. We sat down. We sat down for maybe 3 minutes.
We looked at the menu.
And then we left.
Because the drinks were
it just didn't grab us for some reason.
I felt underdressed. I honestly felt underdressed.
There weren't that many people in there.
I know, but the people who were in there were wearing suits and dresses.
I think they were getting ready to go to Palo.
I know, because you have to. And it's kind of like that lounge is.
It's the Palo and Enchanté.
It's
bar
for where you go when you're going to Palo and Enchanté.
Right. But anybody can go.
Exactly. And I really felt out of place.
Yeah. So I really wanted it to be amazing.
And I didn't like any of the drinks on the menu either.
I would go back and try again to see if I felt differently. But for me to feel kind of out of place at a bougie bar is weird. Because I'm a bougie bar bitch. I'm sorry. I am.
Bougie bar bitch.
Yeah.
That's your new t-shirt.
I'm the triple B. But, I can't think.
All I'm going to say is relax your butthole.
Oh my God. No more drinks for you. Bougie bar bitch. Okay, let's move on.
And it wasn't South Africa.
Let's move on. No more Bahama Mamas for Bob.
Whatever. It's funny. I got to tell you a story, folks. We've been really busy in the last couple of weeks because Kaya's trying out for the golf team for high school, and it's hilarious. But anyway, who was it that told us
Tom
to do
and Paul
that?
are going to adopt that joke.
Who was it that told us to do that?
Kaya's golf coach.
Kaya's golf coach said, okay, this is how you do good in golf. She goes, anytime anybody starts screwing up, I tell them, relax your butthole.
I am turning red.
So it is so much fun.
We were going to have t-shirts made up, hashtag RYB.
Yeah. RYB.
RYB. Anyways, gosh, we've been talking for 52 minutes. Do you guys have any?
What we do?
Yeah, we do. We talk. Do you guys have any questions for us about copyrighted to Bob? We'll let you keep that one. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions for us about the Wish?
Well, first off, I'm going to tell you what was our bad experiences.
Okay.
Here's our bad experience. Okay. First and foremost, what does
Bob
it say?
and Kelly after dark.
Yeah. Amen. The bad experience. Okay. If anybody's ever taken a cruise, and
a Disney cruise.
No. I'm talking any cruise.
Cruise. Okay.
Any cruise that I've been on Virgin, I've been on Carnival, and I've been on Disney. Okay. As soon as we get on board ship and we get into our stateroom, a cabin steward comes by and introduces themselves to you and asks you, is there anything you need? All three of those cruise lines, I've had that happen. All three.
Within 30 minutes.
Within 30 minutes or whatever. Usually they're standing around waiting for somebody to come in so they can do that. We had to actually call guest services to have our steward come talk to us. Because we wanted to tell them.
Drink out of my straw.
Because we wanted to tell them, okay, first off, on the Wish, the room was great. Okay, I'm going to tell you people right now, the room was great because there was 5 sleeping areas.
Right.
And Roxy wanted the top bunk. Kaya wanted the Murphy bed. So they make those up at night. We got to tell them which one we want, because otherwise he probably would have just made up 2 bunks. So we said, we want the top bed. I needed to tell him that, and he did not.
He never showed up.
Never came. And when I called guest services, and this really chapped my tushy. Sorry, cleaned it up a little bit. I relaxed my,
Yes, you
BH.
did.
Anyway, this chap, my tushy, I called guest services and I said, I would like to speak to my cabin steward. And they said, why? Is there a problem? And I'm like,
they kind of gave you attitude.
Yeah, it was attitude. And it had like that tone too. Why? Is there a problem? And I'm like, yes, there is a problem because I haven't seen him and I want to tell him how to make my freaking beds.
Right. And it took him probably 25, 30 minutes
to
at least. Show up.
Yeah, it was like evening before he even showed up.
Yeah.
And then we said, yeah, another t-shirt. Thanks. I just send me royalties, man. Okay, I'm cool with that. Anyway, so then when he did show up, we said, okay, this is what we want, blah, 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 blah. And we would like some ice. And he says, okay. And I said, can we get some wine glasses? Because we brought a bottle of wine. He goes, no, you'll have to call room service for that. That's their stuff.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
try. I'm not going to tell room service to bring you glasses or whatever. Right. And so anyway, we're like, okay, fine. So we left and we went, did our dinner, everything stuff. We get back to the room when we're ready to go to bed. Do we have ice? We do not have ice.
No ice.
No ice. So I was kind of like Black Mark. Yeah, exactly. And then we go to dinner, and the first night, it was okay. Our service team was okay. They were not like as what we're used to.
As warm and friendly.
No, not as warm and friendly as we're used to. It was kind of like, I think our assistant server, the drink girl, she seemed like she was nervous, like this was her first cruise or something.
Yeah.
But it didn't say earning my ears or anything on it. It's like she wasn't very talkative and didn't really, push anything because
it wasn't a Disney experience.
Because Emma and John, Louise was like up our butt 24/7.
What can I get you?
Yeah, yes. And it was great
in a good way.
And she was like suggesting things and all this. Louise, we would have adopted, brought her home with us. Okay, this girl, crickets.
But it was weird because we watched other tables and they had great service teams.
Yeah.
Getting to know the kids and blah, blah, blah. I think the ones that we were assigned just wasn't.
They weren't on their game.
I think Louise did spoil us a lot. But even compared to the other cruises.
But no, we had Mama Jack and we had, what's his name?
Jocelyn.
Yeah. And it's like every cruise team we've had has been amazing, except this one.
So I think that's what kind of put the negative marks on this cruise in particular, just for us.
Yeah, but get the second night we were there, she served us drinks that we had ordered the day before without even asking us. I went to the bathroom. I come back. I am. So this is how strongly I feel about it. Okay. Do I not get to feel strong about something? Anyway, I went to the bathroom. I came back. I have a soda in front of my plate. And I'm like, did you order me a Coke? And Kelly's like, no, they just brought it.
Yeah. And when we kind of asked, and she goes, well, that's what you ordered last night. And Bob's like, I didn't order that last night.
I didn't.
And then she just kind of left. And she was like, okay, normally somebody would go, well, what else can I get you?
I'm sorry. Let me take that. And what would you like?
And when she was standing there, I even asked Kaya, didn't you want to order one of the specialty kids drinks? And Kaya said, yeah. And the lady just walked away. She didn't even... Like, I'm sorry, what else can I get you? It was just like, take what I bring you and...
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it.
And you don't get anything else.
So that was just really weird. Hey, Hatbox Ghost. How are you, Jerry? It's good to see you guys. Going on the Wish next month. How exciting.
You'll love it.
We're slightly on the complaint train.
We just started, but everything else we loved. Yeah. And it's
this is just
this was the one thing that really because back, I don't know, one day we actually, when the parks were like in the trash pit and they were doing stuff that we didn't like, we were saying the cruise line always gives you the best service. This proved me wrong.
But it could have been luck of the draw for who we got.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I know. I'm the one that's always
She's always making excuses for them. I'm like, they should be on point.
Okay, so while you're on, tell them about your salad.
I was really pissed off about that too. I ordered a salad the last night and I never got it.
Well, he tried to give Bob's salad to the table next to us.
Then he didn't come ask us.
He's like, here's your salad. And the guy was like, I didn't order a salad. And so he didn't automatically go, oh, I'm sorry.
Did you?
Because the tables are very close together.
But anyway, they
The
had,
dining
for
rooms.
some reason, they had us booked at the same numbers.
Yeah, there was two.
It was like a
tables with the same
503A and a
numbers.
503B.
Yeah, which was fine.
Which was weird. But they had Emiliano.
They gave you menus in Chinese one night?
Yeah, when y'all were at the bathroom, they gave us Chinese menus.
What?
I did not know that.
Oh my God. See, we didn't even know that.
I didn't even know that.
It's like, and Kaya really seemed to be Chinese.
But yeah, so they tried to give the guy next to our table Bob salad. And then he didn't even go to Bob and be like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, he didn't come to our table
He
next
just
and
took it
say,
away.
no, he just left.
It's like,
And he'd go, oh, crap. But
no salad for you.
I know. I was like, oh, well, I guess it appears that I've never eaten a salad before.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed they do have menus in Chinese. Regardless of our complaining, the Wish is a beautiful ship.
The Wish is a beautiful ship.
And you're good. Yeah, you're
for the
gonna
most
love it.
part, everything was great. We had 2 bad experiences with our cabin steward, who was kind of a jerk face. Even when we talked to him, he was never that friendly.
No.
And he still didn't get us the ice. He got us the ice later after I begged him. I was
Again.
on my hands and knees
I
saying,
need some
if I don't
ice.
have ice, I will die because I'm an isobetic. But that's when I finally got ice, And so anyway, and it just seemed like our service team was they weren't on point.
He was friendly to Roxy. Okay. Well, that's good. Maybe we gave off like a ick vibe or something.
I don't care.
Oh.
I give off a Nick vibe. When people come to me and they give off a Nick vibe, I'm friendlier to them.
Yeah.
Because I try to make them mad.
That's true. But, overall in general, we loved it.
Yes.
And like we were saying earlier, we kind of came off the ship going, I'm not so sure we would go back on that particular ship again. But after we watched the Disney Plus making of the Wish,
it made a lot more sense.
It made a lot more sense. And it kind of made us rethink, like, okay, the only reason that we had,
the only reason it was a little bit of a negative experience was because of the service team.
But I had heard, from other people that their service wasn't as good as on other ships too. But I have a theory. It doesn't give you an excuse, but I do have a theory. Hi, FBP. How are you? Very similar dining experience by the looks of your videos. We were on similar seats. Maybe it was the same. Maybe it was. I have a theory that you're shaking your head.
I am, because this theory is bogus.
But this is my theory, not yours. Because it's a quick turnaround cruise, I don't think they really take the time to get to know you.
But we've had 3-night cruises before, and it wasn't.
This was our very first 3-night cruise.
No, it was not.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. We had it on the Dream. We had a 3-night cruise on the Dream.
I thought it was 4.
No, we had 1 4 and we had 1 3.
Okay.
That was the Mama Jack.
Still had a lot of fun.
No, that was
Her
a
favorite
5.
Bar.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bayou Bar. Yeah, we really liked the Bayou Bar too. I like that one too. That was my theory.
Yeah, but no, we've had a 3-night cruise before, and it was not the same.
So I'll take that.
Because we did the 3-night cruise when we did that one with Dre. It was 3 nights.
Okay.
And the 4 nights was the first
And they
one.
were nice.
And they were cool. They were
that.
good. It was, no, that's not an excuse.
So anyway.
I mean, yes, when they're longer cruises, like on the 5-night with Jocelyn and Mama Jack, they get to know you better.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's family, and then on the 7-night cruise, we were with Louise, and I can't even remember his name.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, those guys were amazing. We had a great time.
We got lucky on the Fantasy 7-night great service. Yeah, every other cruise, Disney cruise we've been on, everything's
been awesome. Our cabin steward
amazing.
has been like right there as soon as we get on the ship. What can I get you? We had ice. We had
and I think
glasses.
maybe that's why this one was kind of a bummer, is because this was our 5th Disney cruise, and all the other ones
have been amazing.
And
the service has been amazing.
So, do you we're like right at an hour. Do you want to talk about any tips?
Well, I was just going to say the reason that it kind of made sense to us, the layout of the ship, is because this whole ship was designed virtually.
It was.
They had people because it was done during the COVID.
Boom, boom, boom.
So people were like at home and in offices.
Yeah, they weren't all together.
They weren't all like in a same room. They were in
piece,
different spots. We'll do this.
Yeah.
And it was kind of pieced together. And it kind of seems like it was pieced together. just
Yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit.
But there's nothing wrong with that because I said there's so many things that were so beautiful about it and so amazing about it that it was just like the ship is just a gorgeous ship. Anyway, first time
cruisers.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. If there are any tips?
Your passport.
Don't put your passport in your
Do
bag.
not put your passport in your bag. If you have, put it on a strap around your neck.
Get a strap on.
Yeah, a strap-on passport. There's another T-shirt, Tom and Paul.
Hello, AB. How are you? Yeah, Kaya accidentally left her passport in her backpack, and you'll get your luggage tags for your cruise about a week to 10 days before your sail date. So it'll come in the mail. You'll get your luggage tags. You want to put your luggage tags on your stuff before you get to the cruise port, so they whisk it away really fast.
Yeah, that's really fast. It's
really fast.
It's like a ballet of sorts.
I do the dad thing and carry. See, I usually do the mom thing
and carry all
the passports, but I was like, Kaya's 15 now.
We were kind of like, I don't know. It was different because we had Roxy with us, so we were kind of like.
I was trying not to be the overbearing mom. Pandemic cut cast members, and now we just have a bunch of employees. Yeah, I agree with that. Bring Dramamine in case makes it. Yeah.
No, here's a tip.
Yeah, we're gonna get if you forget your Dramamine.
But you don't have to bring down Dramamine because they give it to you.
Yeah.
It's free.
This is what's funny is they have Dramamine for sale in the gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go to guest services or the ship.
Ship doctor.
And get it for free. You shouldn't trust them all. So if you're feeling seasick, go to either the guest services desk or the ship doctor, which is on like deck 1.
Yeah, but guest services is so easy. They have them in a little container, and you just say, "Can I get some motion sickness stuff?" And they just say, "How many do you want?"
Yeah,
it's like it's free.
Free.
You don't really need anything,
and that's meclizine,
and it's good, and that's even better than Dramamine.
And that doesn't make me drowsy or anything like that.
Because I was told on the Magic that they give Dramamine to the children, and the adults get the meclizine.
Oh,
yeah.
Hi, Stacy. How are you? Speaking of Stacy, so we talked to Stacy and Charlie. Thank you. My 52-year-old brain was going, where is it? Where is it?
You had a drink too.
Charlie and Stacy. Stacy was curious about the movement of the ship. Even though it is a big ship, yes.
Yes, it moved.
It moved quite a bit because we had rough seas. So just there's your answer.
Yeah, it moved.
It moved quite. I know.
Roxy,
it really bothered Roxy.
Yes, Roxy really did not. But then Roxy gets dehydrated pretty easy too.
She does.
So
I think because if you leave out of Florida going to Nassau, you're crossing it's not the jet stream. What's it called?
It's called the Gulf Stream.
The Gulf Stream. Thank you. You cross the Gulf Stream, and the Gulf Stream is always going to be a little.
It's just a little rough, but if the weather's clear, it's not that bad.
Right. We just happened to follow like a cold front.
Yeah, there was a storm that just like stayed with us the whole time.
Yeah. So it was pretty. For us, it was fine.
We had 7 to 15 foot seas.
Yeah, and gale force winds. But it didn't bother Bob or Kaya or I. Really, It bothered Roxy, but that was her first cruise. So you can't like change the weather on your cruise.
No, you can't. But anyway, for Mickey Scousers, your question: if you think it's gonna get rough and you think it's gonna, then take one.
Yes.
Yes. Go to guest services and get it, and they come in packs of 2.
2, yeah.
So take one right, before you start feeling anything, and then if it starts to get a little rougher, take the second one.
Right.
But it might make you a little drowsy, which Kelly, the first time, it was bad. North Sea is really rough.
Right. So when we went to Norway, it was, whoo.
Kelly had to take 2 at night, and
I was out in 5 minutes.
It was done.
Yeah. I was like,
out.
Good night. You know?
And it was great though, but because, it was pretty rough.
But this time the guy at the guest services desk say, take one now. And then if it's still rocky at bedtime, take another one. And I took one, and I felt 6 foot tall and bulletproof.
Yeah.
I felt great.
It made a big difference.
Like great. Like,
yeah. And that was during the day.
It was kind of like you could still feel the ship, but I didn't care. My sister-in-law was sick all day. Yeah, that's miserable.
Yeah, it was rough.
The
I mean,
North
the
Sea
Norway
was
trip
rough,
when you went, it was. I'll tell you what, if you get on the North Sea, it's.
But I have heard Sarah and Steven of some people starting to take their meclizine like a couple of days even before they set sail, just to kind of get their system used to it. Took Dramamine an hour or two before the sail. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was getting at. Even maybe a day or two before you set sail to kind of get that. You could still feel the motion of a ship. You just didn't care. It didn't bother you. And it didn't, like, I have an inner ear issue. I had an inner ear infection like years and years ago. So I get dizzy a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I can't do motion simulator rides. But that helped a ton. So I just took one and it was great. And I even gave Roxy one and she felt better.
Yeah, she did.
That day.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to get drugged up before I go on the ship. You might want to just talk to your doctor. I don't know. Jerry, you said you get the scopolamine patch. Does it make your mouth dry? I'm just curious because I have a client at work that just went through the Drake Passage. If you guys don't know the Drake, it's like down to Antarctica. It gets really rough. They put that patch. Does it make you have dry mouth? Because I have trouble with dry mouth. 2 hours. John didn't feel ill at all. I think it's cool that they have medicine. I think that's really cool. A bunch of people on our cruise did the ear patch and ginger chews. Yes, we've done that too.
I just eat them because I eat them now. I love ginger chews. Yeah. I'm weird.
Better do it. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want your cruise to be just.
No, you don't want to be miserable because I did in Norway. I did feel bad for about 3-4 hours.
Okay.
And it's gross. It doesn't feel good at all.
So ear patches didn't give you dry mouth at all. Okay, good.
But then I got better. And then the second night, I didn't feel nothing. So
yeah, I only felt it that one night. I think it was getting to my head.
Yeah,
because I was having like Norway cruise flashbacks.
Right. The thing I figured out and I found out was that if you're in a confined space like a bathroom or something, when it's really rough, that's when it hits you.
Yeah.
And once it hits, it's like
you can't get
rid of it. You got to go out into the open spaces. Because when I was on deck and in big rooms, I didn't feel it as bad.
Right.
And especially on deck. On deck, you get fresh air and everything.
Yeah, we did better. Emma and I and you and Kaya all did better when we were going through the North Sea when we were up on like the pool deck.
Yeah.
Where there was fresh air.
We were outside.
In our cabin. That was the worst.
Yeah, that was bad. That was so
that
bad.
Like did us in.
It was so bad.
It was when we were in and I think Roxy was about the same.
Yeah, she was okay when she was outside
like
the cabin.
Doing stuff.
Back when she was in the cabin, it was bad.
So, but we have been on cruises that it was smooth as glass.
Smooth as glass.
And we didn't feel any movement at all. So, it kind of all just depends on what you get. Okay, half of the passengers on our. I have heard that
going out, leaving and being in the Gulf, it can get really bad.
48 hours. That's miserable. You can see how the fresh. Yeah, be the one carrying the ice bucket. Yes, we saw a lady in the hallway with an ice bucket on our Norway cruise.
Yeah, and it was like in Louise they call them protein spills.
Protein spills. Yeah.
She goes, yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of protein spills.
So I want to talk really quickly. I thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Want to talk really quickly about the quick service restaurants on the pool deck.
Oh, yes. How can we forget these?
Yeah, because I don't want to end this stream without it. They were the best.
They were so good.
Oh, so you were still on the ship 2 weeks after. Yes, it's very normal.
Mm-hmm,
very normal. You still feel like you're kind of rocking.
Yeah, I remember the first cruise we went on, I was like that. And
it was about 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, now that we've been on like 5 or 6 cruises, we don't feel that anymore. Booked the Wish the first couple weeks. COVID. 50%.
I canceled
the cruise. Nice. You got 2 for 1. Bonus.
Oh, cool.
Another reason why we haven't done it is Stephen gets seasick riding over the Thames. Bless his heart. Actually, yes, very decent barbecue on the ship. So yeah, we're going to talk about the quick service places on the cruise.
On the Wish.
On the cruise deck. On the pool deck. Yes. So there's some different choices.
Mm-hmm.
The barbecue. Donald's Cantina. And was there one other one?
No, because they didn't have Daisy's. They didn't have a.
No, they had Daisy's Delights. That was the pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the pizza?
Yes, Daisy's Delights was the pizza.
But they didn't have one that was like salads and stuff.
Yeah, we could never find that. I don't
No,
know if
I
it
don't know
was
if they had that
there
or
or we never
not.
found it.
But if it is, let us know. I just didn't see it.
What I loved about the barbecue and the like the taco place, basically, choices like crazy.
And sauces.
And sauces like crazy.
Yeah, they had some really good sauces.
The quick service, yes, the quick service are included in the
Yes,
price.
it is
All of your food
is included
unless you go to Palo or Enchante, which are the adults only
yes,
restaurants.
and then those are
included.
upcharged.
Yes.
No, Dole Whip. I didn't see Dole Whip. They do have soft serve ice cream, but I've never seen Dole Whip on a ship.
I haven't either.
On the Disney ship.
And the Disney ships that do have Dole Whip, you have to pay extra for.
Who has it?
They had it on the Dream, and I think they had it on the
Really?
Wonder.
Is it in like the?
It's in a little
sweet
extra.
shop?
It's like a Frozone. You remember like the Frozone?
Oh yeah,
kind
so
of
that's like a
place.
smoothie place.
Yes, you had it on the Magic. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't ever see it on the Wish.
No, but we didn't go to the smoothie places either, so they may have it in smoothie places.
No, there was an upcharge. Yes, extra for Dole Whip. It is kind of weird, but the other ice cream is included.
Yes.
So they have like
Soft
a station
serve.
where soft serve. You'll get like vanilla, chocolate. You can get a swirl.
Yeah.
Or they'll have like a flavor of the day, like.
On the Wish, it's not self-serve though.
No, it's not. But somebody, you just tell somebody what you want, and they.
But it's actually behind a counter.
Yeah.
You know, like on the other ships, it's self-serve, or it was anyway. I think it still is. It went back to self-serve.
They had it on the Magic. Did
Yeah.
you guys have to pay extra for Dole Whip on the staycation cruise, Emma and John? But yeah, so they have plenty of like ice cream.
Yeah.
That's included in your price.
Yes.
So all of the food in the dining rooms,
Included.
1923, blah blah blah.
Marvel. Whatever.
Can you get it in a cup?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
ever
don't
see
know if you
people
can or not.
with a cup at the free ice cream place, but they do have a place called it was
in Joyce.
Joyful Sweets.
Yes.
That they have gelato and a lot of different flavors. It is an upcharge. Oh, they do have cups for ice cream. Okay. Joyful Sweets. It was like gelato and fancy ice cream if you didn't want what was in the soft serve machine.
I love the gelato and
but it was really affordable.
It is. It's not bad.
I think all the four of us got like a scoop or double scoops, and it was like $12.
Okay. Tell them you're gluten-free and they put it in a cup.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
That's cool.
That's a really good to know.
That's a great tip too.
Yeah,
by
it
the
is
way.
a great tip.
You are the man.
I know.
Or girl.
You're the people.
You the peeps.
Walter's parents.
Yeah.
On the other ship, self-serve, I just stole a large Coke. Oh, okay. That's
yeah, you could do that.
yourself.
Yeah, because they're the cups, because all the
on the Wish,
drinks.
you cannot self-serve
No.
ice cream. They do it for you.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another tip I'm going to give you guys. If you're going on the Wish, bring your own drink cup. Like we brought
these
like
Starbucks
plastic Starbucks cups.
Yeah, that are
we use
cheap.
those at the drink station.
They have lids and everything.
Stacy, all of these sodas and water and everything on the pool
the
deck.
soft drinks are free.
They're included in your
Yes.
price too.
But there's only one place you can get them though, and that's on the pool deck.
On the pool deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Cabanas, or what Marceline Market.
Right. Exactly.
So Marceline Market seemed like Cabanas to me, just fancier.
It did, but busy.
Very busy. Well,
was
Cabanas
busy.
is always busy too.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, but the barbecue, I'm from Texas. I'm a barbecue
It is
snob.
not tap water. It's filtered. It's through like the soda machine.
Yeah.
Water.
Yep.
And you can get vitamin water.
Besides, any kind of water on the ship is all
It's filtered.
filtered. It's actually, they produce their own water on the ship.
Yeah.
They desalinate and they do all this kind of stuff.
Took
too.
the Norwegian Bliss Caribbean. Oh, nice. Very nice. The other fun tip we recently learned is pastries at the Cove Cafe are included. Yes.
No,
that
it's
is true.
yes.
Didn't even try. Yeah. The Cove Cafe, like.
But the
pastries.
coffee's not.
The coffee's not.
The
but
coffee
pastries
is
are.
upcharged, but the pastries are included.
Right. So let's just talk about that really quick. What is an upcharge?
An upcharge is extra.
No, I mean like what like things on there were an upcharge. Of course, alcohol.
Coffee. Alcohol.
The fancy ice cream.
Snacks in the bars and lounges.
Right.
Those are upcharges.
Yeah.
No, they don't include it. You get pretzel, you're going to pay for it. You get hot
True,
wings. You
like
pay
in
for it.
the
Yeah, like in the Keg and
Keg and
Compass.
Compass, they have
Like
big
if you're in a bar or
pretzels.
a lounge and you get something
You could
to
actually
eat,
order fish and chips and meals and stuff in
yes,
Keg and
but
Compass.
then that's an
But it was an
upcharge.
upcharge.
It is not for free.
Yeah. Anything heading into the theater, soda and
Yes,
water.
soda and water.
Popcorn
Popcorn.
is an upcharge.
Yes.
So like, yes, pop and popcorn at shows.
Yes.
Yes. So that is an upcharge. Anything else? Your main meals in the dining room
Are included.
All the soda and water are
And
included.
you can eat as much as you want. If you're in the dining rooms, you can eat as much as you want. You can get 3 entrees, 4 desserts, 5. It doesn't matter.
If you want to order one
if
of
you want to order
everything
one,
in the
if
dining
you want to
room,
order, yes. If you want to
that's
order
cool.
2 of everything, it's fine. It's all included. You don't have to worry about anything. No upcharge there. Dining rooms, no upcharge. Drinks, though, in the dining room are an upcharge. Alcohol is
also, just to be aware, if you are ordering alcohol, they include the tip in the
yes,
drink.
they do.
So don't double tip.
No.
Because they include an 18% gratuity on top of any alcohol that you order anywhere.
Yes. Anything you order, coffee, anything that's got an upcharge, they already include a tip.
Exactly. Specialty drinks, non-alcoholic are an upcharge also.
Yes.
But they include the gratuity 18% on top of that.
So read it.
Yeah. Because a lot of people didn't know that and they were double tipping. Yes, you can bring your own snacks and drinks into the shows.
Yes.
We have brought like a glass of wine. If you want to bring wine, you can bring your own 2 bottles of wine each or 6 bottles of beer on board. If you get a glass, which you have to call
to get a glass
from,
you can take it anywhere on the ship.
You can take it anywhere.
Take it to the dining room. You can take it to the show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So they don't care if you
they
bring
don't care.
If you bring your own bottle of wine to the dining room, they will charge you a corkage fee.
Right.
So open the
bring
bottle.
A screw cap.
Yeah. Well, or just bring your glass.
Or bring a corkscrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just put it in a glass.
Can you bring your own drinks and snacks to the shows? Yes, we just answered that. Do you have to dress nicely when you go to Disney?
No.
No.
You do not.
That's one thing we started. That's one reason why we started cruising with Disney is because Bob wears shorts
everywhere
24/7.
I work in shorts.
You can wear shorts to the dining room unless you go to Palo, Remy, Enchanté, any of the like
then you have to dress.
Only, then you have to dress up. So you can wear except for like swimwear, you can't wear swimwear to the dining rooms. But anything goes, like this t-shirt, shorts, anything, you can wear that to the dining room even at night.
Yeah. So that's why we say bring your own cup, because then you can take drinks. You can you can fill it up with soda. You can fill it up with water. You can fill it up with wine. Doesn't matter. You bring your own cup. You can take it anywhere on the ship.
Yeah. You could bring like your water bottle or your hydro flask.
Yes. And fill it up with soda if you want to.
And then
yeah, exactly.
Going to Castaway Cay is included in the price of your cruise.
It does not cost, and they feed you on Castaway Cay, and that is also included.
Yes.
But if you buy alcoholic drinks, that is not included. And there are non-alcoholic drinks that are not included on Castaway Cay.
So if you get like a smoothie or something on Castaway Cay, that's an upcharge.
And if you want to get a floaty, that is an upcharge.
Right.
But
all the food, like they have 2 barbecue places and then one at the adults beach.
They have
all that food is included.
That's
in
all
your cruise.
included. Yes.
So, which is nice.
Yes.
Same for Norwegian, no dress code. Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
Oh yeah.
Bob is a non-dress code person.
I hate it.
Yeah, he does not like a dress code.
I don't
bring
like
a small bottle
code.
edition. That's a good idea too. If you're going to be on a longer cruise, bring those little laundry pods.
Yes.
You did like a.
I did laundry on the Wish.
Did you do?
Yes, I did. I did because it has a really nice laundry room.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in like 3 or 4 of those little laundry squishy things, and you can do laundry. Does it cost?
No, they provide soap.
Does it cost to do laundry?
Yes, it costs to do laundry. It costs to use the machines, but they provide soap if you don't have any. They have the powdered stuff, and you can use the iron. They have an iron in the laundry room. So
you can't have an iron in your room.
Yes, and if you need to press something, they have an iron.
I love doing laundry.
I do actually. It's kind of a cathartic to me. It's like it's a relaxation for me. But anyway, it's like $1.50 for the machines each.
Okay.
But you use your Key to the World card,
and it gets put on your account.
And you have to actually go to a thing to where it puts money, gives you credits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then you use your credits and it charges your Key to the World card.
Yeah. Yes, Charlie, you do have a TV in your room. You will get a lot of
You get a lot of Disney
movies,
stuff.
A lot of Disney movies. They have you can follow the track of the ship,
Yes.
the map. You can listen to like the morning report from either the captain or the cruise director or whatever.
They have like a cruise channel. Bye.
Bye, Anaheim Park Tourists. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah, but they have a cruise channel. They have like you can watch where the ship is going. You get weather conditions. You can get all this kind of stuff. You can get
TV and all you can eat. Avery would love it.
Oh my God, yes. And you get. But anyway, we were talking about the we got so off track. So we were talking about the quick service places on the pool deck. It's
that was like a year ago.
I actually tried everything. I did, and I was so stuffed it was miserable.
In
but
one
anyway,
sitting, you
in
tried
one
everything.
sitting, it's like the tacos they have. It's like a Chipotle
it's
style.
Like a Chipotle on the
or
boat,
a Qdoba if you know what that is or anything. It's like you pick either a bowl, a burrito, or a taco, or they give you 2 tacos. And then you pick your meats, you pick your accoutrements, which is, you want peppers, you don't want peppers, you want this, you want this. You just go down the line and you tell them what you want. And then after you're done with that, you can go to the little sauce station and they have all these different kinds of taco sauce. So it's whatever your taste is.
It's amazing.
And it is good.
Yeah.
And I tried all the sauces and they were all good. They had like garlic onion, garlic pepper, it was amazing.
They had chicken, they had beef.
My mind almost exploded.
I know.
And anyway, but they don't do hard tacos. It's soft tacos only.
You can do soft tacos, you can do a bowl.
Or a burrito. Yeah. And then the barbecue, they had macaroni and cheese. They had coleslaw. You could pick ribs. You could pick
brisket.
Pulled pork. Brisket. I was not a huge fan of the brisket. Because it was
the second day was better.
It was still better, but it was still a little bit like
corned beef.
I love pull apart, kind of brisket, and it's got like have the fat cap and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you're from Texas.
It didn't have the fat cap, and it didn't have anyway. I'm from Texas. I'm a snob.
I know.
But the ribs, bar none, some of the best ribs I've ever. They were great. They were tender. They were delicious. And the sauces, they had probably about 10, 15 sauces to pick from.
Avery would be in heaven. Stacy wants to know, can we give an estimate for 4 people on a 4-day cruise? That depends on a couple different things. The time of year you're cruising. And you were on a cruise ship, Bob. Exactly. That's on a ship.
I know.
If you sail like in hurricane season, it's going to be a little bit less expensive
than it is at, when it's not.
Right now, the Wish is a little bit more expensive.
The spring is like the most popular time.
Yeah. So, what did we pay for 3 people?
I think it was like
for 3
we had
night
4
cruise.
people.
Oh, that's right. We have 4 people
for a 3-night cruise. It was like $2,500.
Okay, so you're looking at around $3,000, 35 ish.
It depends on your cabin too.
Depends on your cabin, because it depends on what deck you want. If you want a balcony, if you want a window, if you want an inside cabin. I know, cheaper in hurricane season. We sailed during hurricane season and it was great.
No problems. It was actually better weather than we've ever had.
Yeah. So it all depends on if you want an inside cabin, it's going to be cheaper.
Yep.
If you want a porthole window, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. If you want a balcony, it's going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, and depending on if you want the front of the ship or the back of the ship or the middle of the ship.
There are like 8,000 different combinations.
Yes.
Depending on
usually
price.
Back of ship balcony is the highest.
Right, because a lot of people like those
and upper floors.
Balconies. Yeah.
Unless you're doing, a concierge.
Yeah, hurricane season, it wasn't bad. It just
No, because the only thing about hurricane season, hurricanes can pop up at any time.
Right.
But
they do a really good job of sailing.
But they've canceled cruises because of hurricanes too. Because I know of a guy that had one booked during hurricane season, and a hurricane came up and his cruise was canceled. He had to reschedule. So that's the only problem with hurricane season. Because the thing about hurricanes are you pretty much get warning, and they're coming. You're not going to get stuck in one because they will sail around it or they won't sail at all.
Right. And of course, holidays are going to be more expensive. Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Oh yeah, the very Merry Christmas, the Halloween on the high seas. Those are a little more.
Suggestive. Verandas are nice, but they are going to be on the upper-ish. We sailed on Carnival once. We had like a deck 2 inside cabin.
Yeah.
Didn't feel much at all.
No.
We get the center bottom less movement. Yeah, there was less movement kind of around the bottom of the ship.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of subjective.
It is, because the longer cruises, when we took the 5 and the 7 night, we did inside cabins because we could,
because it was cheaper.
It was cheaper, so we wanted to save a little money, and but we spend so little time in the cabins. Kelly,
I love a veranda.
She loves a veranda, and even if we don't even go out on the veranda, she doesn't care. She still loves a veranda, because I think we might have gone on the veranda this last trip was like twice.
Yeah. Well, the weather was bad.
Yeah, but still, it's like that's the thing. But when we were in an inside cabin, it didn't matter.
Plus, Stacy, with you guys being Florida residents, they have a lot of nice deals for Florida residents.
Yeah, especially on last minute cruises.
Yeah, if you guys can, I know. See, I love a balcony too. If you can kind of do last minute or whatever, and with the Florida resident rate, you guys will want to look into that, because you'll probably get some smoking hot deals. Yeah. So for us, we kind of plan on spending $2,000 to $3,000,
3 to 4.
Something. Our Norway cruise was like
4,500.
That was for a week.
Yeah.
Bye, Stacy. You guys take care. Yes, we will. We'll definitely let you know. But yeah, it just depends on the ship. It depends on the time of year you go. It depends on the
itinerary.
Yeah, so
it's a lot.
There's a lot of different factors. On price.
How many days?
Yeah.
Because actually the longer trips are kind of cheaper per day than the shorter trips.
Yeah, we have had a forward cabin before.
Once. That was there was inside cabin though. It was the
was that when we went?
That was when we were on the Wonder.
On the Wonder up the coast of California.
That was a forward cabin. We were almost as far as you could go, but it was
I don't think we felt much.
No.
But the weather was great.
Yeah, we didn't have any rough problems.
No.
The first day we left San Diego, it was a little rough leaving San Diego.
I don't even remember that.
I do, but because you were like at one of the shows.
Oh, that's right. Kai and I were at the show.
And I was sitting down and watching the waves and getting kind of ill. But anyway, it was fine.
So anyway, if you guys don't have any other questions, if you do, hit them.
Get them out. Put them out there. Put them out there right now.
Hit us up.
Anyway, best thing to know if you're a first-time cruiser is when your booking windows open up for excursions. If you want to do excursions, do it then. If you want to rent floaties, rent them then, because you can do that ahead of time for Castaway Cay. If you
inner tubes and stuff,
tubes and snorkeling and all that kind of stuff on Castaway Cay, you can rent that all ahead of time.
Yeah. And if for some reason, if those things get canceled because the weather's rough
on
Castaway Cay,
you will get refunded.
You'll get an automatic refund.
Because we had a paddleboarding trip or paddleboarding doing, but the water was too rough. The currents were too high. So they canceled it and we got refunded.
Right. So, and you don't even have to ask.
No, they just do it. They just
automatically refund it. So you don't have to worry about that. Also, one other tip, if you have kids or if you have big kids that want to meet the princesses, after your cruise is paid and you do the check-in stuff, book that princess gathering immediately.
That thing goes quick. And they do limit the number of people.
Yeah. So I think our princess gathering, was one
day. It's free.
It's
free. It doesn't cost anything, but you got to have a reservation.
It'll be booked up in like 30 minutes. From when that thing opens up, because it is really, really, really popular.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of want to be on the ball. With that
anything that you can book in advance, do it.
Even if you're not sure if you want to do it, book it and then you can cancel it later.
Right.
If you don't want to do it.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, that princess gathering is super popular. So if you want to do it, be on the ball with that guy. Anything else?
Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Would you do that itinerary again?
I don't love that itinerary. I don't, because
you would probably do the 4-night, wouldn't you?
I would probably do the 4-night and then just, kind of just hang out on the ship. I don't love the Bahamas. It's not my favorite. But thank you guys, Wonderful World of Walter, for
Yes,
being here.
thank you so much. You
We
guys were
appreciate
just like
that.
a font of information.
Yeah, you guys are
I
amazing.
love how you supplemented what we needed to say.
Yes, I would like to be on that ship again.
I would like to be on that ship again, but I would like a different itinerary.
I would. I'm a little bit tired of Nassau.
We've done that
stuff,
3 times.
So,
and it's kind of like,
if it went somewhere else, I would love it.
I would go. Yeah.
But it is a great ship. If you guys have a cruise on the Wish coming up soon, you're going to love it.
Yes.
It's a little bit different than the other ships, which is kind of fun. And I hope you have a good time.
Yes.
Yeah. So we hope that you found this helpful, and sorry that we bitched a little bit, but
relax your butthole.
that's the way it goes sometimes.
We want to tell you the good and the
we
bad.
just try to be honest.
Because it's like, if we didn't be honest, why would you come listen to us?
Yeah.
It's like, we are Disney forward people. We love Disney. And number one reason we love Disney is the cast members in the service.
But we also like to tell it as it is.
But Disney, because Disney has always been world-class customer service. And
that's kind of what you expect.
And that's what you expect. And we've grown to expect that. And when you don't get it, it's kind of a letdown.
Right. Yeah. So if you all that are still here, bless your hearts. Thank you for hanging out with us for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions at all, please feel free to send us a direct message on Instagram. Post it in the comments below.
Whatever.
We'll do our darndest to help, answer your questions. But go to the barbecue.
The barbecue is amazing.
Yes,
the tacos are
the
amazing.
Tacos are amazing.
Yeah, that's coming from somebody from Texas.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Have a great Sunday. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We appreciate your time.
Yes, we do.
More than you know.
Yes, we do.
We will see you soon. We don't know when we're going to be doing another live
stream. We need to do a creators chat sometime. Somewhere.
Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah,
we
soon.
Just gotta
we
get our act together.
Get it together.
All right. Thank you all. We love you bunches. Be good to each other, and we'll see you soon.
Okay? Or not.
Yes. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Don't get sad for you.
I'm good at sand.